Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to Shave in Solitude. I hope all of you guys are doing really well. So, we're back again with a brand new razor review. Now, before I talk about that particular razor, let me talk to you guys about the Henson AL13. Now, as you guys know, when Henson came out with this particular razor, it was a game changer. It was a game changer. Why? Because primarily when you're getting into wet shaving, there are two things that you're basically focusing on: the angle of your razor and the pressure that you put. So, what Henson did was, Henson went ahead and it created this head which already has the built in angle. You guys know who I'm going ahead and talking about, which came out with their own clones of this, right? Fair enough. I mean, that is what happens these days. But what Henson then went ahead and did was, this is the mild version. Obviously, there are a lot of people, who said, we like the razor, but can you go ahead and create something which is a little more than a mild? So that is when Henson came out with the medium. So this is the mild and this is the medium. And then after that, Henson came out with one more version, which is like the plus 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 plate. I have that one as well. And in case any one of you guys wants to find out which is the one that you should get, there is a video that I've made and I'll link it on top. You guys can go ahead and check that video out. But the TLDR version is, if you're getting just one Henson razor, probably go directly with the medium. It's going to go ahead and meet your needs. All right. However, what Henson did not do is, Henson did not give people an option of saying, hey, okay, you know what, you already have a Henson razor. Let me make it a little cheaper for you. You can just go ahead, buy one particular base plate, and from a mild, it'll go up to a medium. Their business model is that if you have a mild and if you need a medium, you need to buy an entire brand new razor. Let's see, that is what their model is. Okay, who am I to say whether that's the right or the wrong one? But then basically what that means is you're spending twice, right? So then obviously the market is ripe for somebody to come in and then create a razor which has a medium and a mild in the same razor. So what happens is, when you're shaving, what are you doing? You're basically removing hair, right? And the lesser number of strokes that you can take to remove the hair, the better it is for your skin. So it makes perfect sense if you are able to remove the major chunk of the hair in the first or the second pass. And in the third pass, where you go, south to north, which is the toughest part for most of the people, it would make sense to have something a little milder. So that is where Taisoto, the razor that I'm going to be going ahead and talking about, came up with this particular razor, where if you notice, the one which has got the 3 lightning bolts is basically their, so to speak, medium size, and the one with the 1 lightning bolt is the mild side, right? So you could use the medium side to go ahead and remove a bulk of the hair, and then switch over to the mild side probably for the last pass. So given this is what the razor tries to do, what I did was, I needed to compare it properly with the Henson, because I think that is what I owe to you people, so that you know whether the Henson is still the best choice for you, or Taisoto is the one that you should give it a try. So what I did was, on the first day, I went ahead and I shaved with the mild AL13, and then followed it up the next day with shaving only on the mild side of the Taisoto razor. Then the next day, after that, the third day, I went ahead and I did the entire shave with the medium, and then did the same thing, and I switched over to the medium side and I went ahead and did the full shave with that. So this is how I've been going ahead and playing around with. So I have a few thoughts after I've used this over the past week or so. And what I'll do is to show you best, right? I mean, rather than just talk about it, we are going to do a shave where on one side I will use the Taisoto and the second side I will use a Henson. So we'll do pass number 1 and 2 with the medium side of the Taisoto razor. Similarly, I'll do pass 1 and 2 with the medium Henson. And then for the third pass, I will switch over to the mild side of the Taisoto razor. And similarly, I will use the mild Henson. Alright, so that's the plan for the shave. So the Taisoto, one of the good things when you have two sides of the razor, with obviously one being mild, the second being medium, what you're thinking of is obviously there is going to be a difference in blade gap and blade exposure, and you are right. So when we get into the razor specifications, I will share that with you guys. Although they don't have it on their website, I had reached out to them because I know that you, my viewer, would want to go ahead and know that. So yes, the blade gap and blade exposure on both the sides vary. So it's going to be very, very easy to mix things up in case there is not a simple way to figure out which size is what. And what is exactly what these guys have done here is the way that they have designed the top cap and the bottom cap. There is only one way that this will fit. For example, this particular plus sign that you see will need to go into the plus sign over here. That is when it's going to go ahead and fit. And then when you do that, and very clearly, over here you have the medium and over here you have the mild. So all of these razors are simple 3-piece razors. We're just going to go ahead and load the blades up. So to keep everything the same, I am using 3 brand new Treat Platinum blades, unused, first shave, so that everything is exactly the same. Now that I've shared with you guys what blades I'm going to use, Henson, as you guys know how it is very easy. It's a simple 3-piece razor that you can go ahead and load it. Although this particular top cap looks funny, you just drop the blade in it and it fits absolutely fine. As you can see, plus and minus. Then you're going to line up the plus and minus on the plus and minus over here, just like this. Hold the 2 pieces together, the top cap and the bottom cap. And then screw this handle in. It goes in quite a bit, so make sure that you tighten it all the way through so that the blade is loaded properly. Please do keep one thing in mind. The Henson knurling, I think, is phenomenal. It's really good, very, very grippy. When you start using the Taisoto, it might feel that it might be slippery, but it's not. Once your hands are slightly wet, I don't know how they've gone ahead and they've done it, but the grip is just fine, so it doesn't go ahead and slip out. So for the purposes of the shave soap today, we are going to be using Waves from Barrister & Mann. While I build the lather up, let me take you guys through the razor specifications. Please keep in mind, because I'm comparing it to the Henson, I will also compare blade caps and blade exposures, and obviously things like weight and price and so on and so forth, so that in case in your mind you're thinking, is this the Henson killer, it is very valid that you see both the specs together. So let me go ahead, let me build the lather. I'm working with around 2 days of growth, okay? And once the lather is built, and once you guys have got a chance to go through the razor specifications, we will start the shave. So let's quickly take a look at the razor specifications. In terms of the Taisoto razor, the Taisoto razor's company is headquartered in the EU. However, the razor is made in China. Canada is where the Henson company is based out of, and it is made there as well. In terms of pricing, this Taisoto razor just came up on the razor company. Prior to that, you had to buy it from their website where the price was $72, plus you needed to spend $10 in shipping. So $82 was the overall amount. However, if you look at the razor company now, you can directly buy it from them for $69, whereas the same website sells the Henson for $79. So there is a difference of $10. In terms of the material used, the Henson uses 6061 T6. Now T6 is specifically heat treated metal, so it's very resistant to corrosion and stuff like that. Regarding the Taisoto one, this is all that I could find on their website. I did try to reach out to them asking what specific grade of the metal they have used, but I haven't heard back from them. In terms of weight and height, you'll notice they're very, very similar. I mean, just a couple of grams here and there, or a couple of millimeters here and there. Now, what I want you guys to focus on is the specifications of the blade cap and blade exposure. Now, if you notice right here, for the mild side, it's showing 0.7 millimeters and 0.03 millimeters, respectively. In the similar way, for the Henson mild, you can see that the specifications are almost the same. So this is the specification of the medium side of the Taisoto razor, and in the similar way, the specifications of the medium side, or rather the medium razor of the Henson, which again are absolutely similar, very, very close by. That is why I chose to compare these two razors. The mild side of the Taisoto I will be comparing with the Henson mild. The medium side of the Taisoto I will be comparing with the medium Henson razor. Alright guys, we're back. I am going to wet my face and let's get the lather on. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. I am going to start shaving my right hand side with the Taisoto razor, which is right here on the medium side. And on the left hand side, we will use the medium Henson. So let's begin. So pass number 1, minimal pressure. Use the angle which is already built into the razor and start your shave. Start with short strokes. As soon as you can feel it cut hair, maintain that angle. Okay, we have done with one side. Let's rinse. Now let's use the Henson medium on the second side. So one thing which I can feel right away, and which I felt throughout the week as well, the coating on the metal that the Taisoto people have, I'm not sure what coating it is, but it makes the razor slide more smoothly than the Henson. Just so that you guys know. So it's not that the Henson is rough, it's not rough, but the Taisoto is a little smoother, more slicker. Alright, I'm going to rinse my face and then compare which side feels a little smoother. Okay. So to me, both of them feel the same after the first with the grain pass. Alright, let's lather up. Let's do pass number 2. So we're back. Let's do pass number 2, east to west, and this time again the Taisoto medium on the right side, Henson on the left side. All right, let's switch over to the Henson side. Okay, I'm going to wash up and then compare both sides. So we washed up. Again, to me, both the sides are pretty much the same. So now let's go ahead and lather up and come back for pass number 3. But in this time, just like I was sharing with you guys, you'll probably want to go with the mild side. So we're going to switch things around. On the Taisoto, I'm going to be using the mild side, and I'm going to be using the mild Henson AL13. So let me lather up and let's do pass number 3. Alright, we have lathered up. Now, rather than use the 3 lightning bolt side, I'm going to use the mild side. So, using the mild side, let's do the third pass south to north against the grain. Now for the other side, we are going to be using the mild Henson AL13. Alright, I'm going to wash up and then compare both the sides. Alright, we're washed up. Now let's compare. Let's listen to see if there's hair left. Okay, let's do the Henson side first. A little bit. Okay, now let's do the Taisoto side. Let's do it again. Henson side. Taisoto side. So as you guys can hear, there is significant hair left behind on the Taisoto side compared to the Henson mild side. And this is what my finding has been throughout this week. When it comes to the medium side, I think the Taisoto medium and the Henson medium are pretty much on par. There's very little difference per se. But when it comes to the mild side, the Taisoto mild, I feel, is a little too mild and hence is unable to cut the hair the way that it should, versus the Henson mild can manage just fine. So this is a major difference between whether it's a Henson killer or not. And this will also play into my subjective rating and my final thoughts and recommendations. So what I'm going to do off camera is again lather up and quickly finish the shave to make sure that I am PBS on both sides. And then I'll come back to you guys with my subjective rating and my final thoughts. Now let's take a look at my subjective rating. Now in terms of value, okay is what I've given because I think they are on par with these kind of razors. I mean, the fact that it's made in China, if they had been able to bring the price down a little bit more, or probably give some kind of a value add like a stand or something like that, it could have definitely gone from an okay to a good or a great. In terms of fit and finish, see, the overall fit and finish is quite decent. That's why I gave it a rating of good. I haven't given it a rating of great because there's nothing which absolutely stands out for me to warrant to give that particular great rating. Balance is obviously great. There is nothing that they could have worked on the balance. It is neither top heavy nor is it bottom heavy. It's perfectly balanced. There is no wrist fatigue that you would get when you're trying to use the razor. Now, this is where I have dinged the razor. Now, guys, just hear me out. Some people might feel I'm being a little harsh over here. See, when you're paying $70 for the razor, you're paying $70 because you want to use the entire razor, not only half the razor, right? As you guys saw, the mild side, although the specifications are absolutely similar to the Henson mild, it does not shave in that particular way. If you're somebody who is just okay with a damn fine shave and is not chasing a BBS, then yeah, probably that mild side might work for you. But for most other shavers who are a little seasoned, you will end up using only the medium side to get your entire shave done. So for me, that's almost like buying the entire razor but just using half of it. Hence, for me, the rating is a poor. In case they are able to quickly come out with a version 2 where they're able to take care of this mild side and at least make it on par with the Henson mild, I would gladly revise this particular score. In terms of post-shave feel, do you need to be careful with it? No, you don't actually. So if you just stick to the medium side and you do the entire shave with just the medium side, you will get a phenomenal shave. I would go as far to say that I found their medium a little tiny bit better than the Henson medium when I used it on back-to-back shaves. So their medium side is phenomenal, which is why even though I've given a poor rating on the overall razor, if you just stick with the medium side, you will be greeted with an absolute BBS shave and excellent post-shave feel. So with these particular scores, I have arrived at an overall rating of 63.75. Please keep in mind, this is not the lowest rating that I've given to a particular razor. I wish they fix the mild side, because once they do, I think this is going to be a great razor for a lot of people. So anyway, let's now get into my final thoughts. Sorry guys, we're back. So I took you guys through what my subjective rating is, but let me share with you my final thoughts. So what do I think about the Taisoto Duo razor? Well, the first thing is kudos to Taisoto for trying something new. The entire razor space has become so boring. Most of the companies are just tweaking designs which have been there for ages. Yeah, they'll come out with a new finish or whatever have you, but it's not doing anything different, So for Taisoto to come out and at least tries to be different, where they're giving you basically 2 settings in one razor, is phenomenal, and kudos to them. In terms of the mild side of this particular razor, I think it's a little too mild. So in terms of recommendation for this razor, the only people that I can possibly recommend this to is brand new wet shavers. and when I'm saying brand new, I'm saying probably in high school, right? 16, 17, who are extremely scared of nicking their skin and, stuff like that. So for them, it's going to be virtually impossible, almost, to nick themselves with the mild side. But for anybody else who has been shaving even for a year, I can't recommend this razor because although the medium side shaves really well, that's the only side which shaves really well. So you'll be paying for the entire razor, but you're going to get only like half a razor, you know what I mean. So I did reach out to Taisoto before this review, and I was very candid and I told them, hey, this is what I feel. I've been shaving with it. Your mild side just doesn't work. And they were honest and they said, that is some of the feedback that they've heard as well. And they're working on a version 2. And they also said, please go ahead and share whatever you want in your review. We'll never tell you what to say or what not to say, which is awesome. Because this review does not paint them in the best light. But it does paint them in the right light, which is a new razor company trying to do something different and coming this close to being the Henson killer. See, Henson, Rockwell, all these companies have been resting on their laurels for so long. What Taisoto is doing, Henson could have done that. They could have charged a premium, right? And their normal razors cost what? I mean, with this entire tariff thing, I don't know what prices are there, but let's say it costs, let's say $75, right? They could have launched the razor for $100 and given the two sides, and people would have bought it. But they just followed their business model. They wanted people to pay twice, buy two separate razors. Well, if I was them, once Taisoto comes out with version 2, I would be scared. I would be very, very, very scared. So that being the case, guys, I think it's a decent razor. Just wait for the version 2. As long as they're able to fix that mild side. So what I told them is keep the medium side, make that into your new mild side, so to speak, and build a 4 lightning bolt or 5 lightning bolt side on the other side. And that is what most wet shavers would like. Anyway, these are my thoughts. I hope you found the review helpful. And till the next week, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you again. Bye.